Welcome to the Simhanger. My name is Mark, and let me get started by saying there's a resurgence in force feedback devices for flight sim. And this was clearly evident at the recently held FS Expo. Some of you may remember what was considered a real game changer some 27 years ago when it was introduced, Microsoft's Sidewinder Pro. Since that time, we've seen very little enter the market, save for some medium to high priced jokes such as the Brunner or Simhanger. But I'm here to tell you today, things are about to change.
Now, there has been a marked lack of force feedback in the sim world, but suddenly a whole lot of force feedback seems to be coming into the sim, which is great news.
Well, I think the developers and the whole industry, with the internet, reviewers, they're creating their own competition, which is a good thing for consumers. I think that our good work together to introduce force feedback yoke has spurred the rest of the competitors to jump on a bandwagon quickly. Now, how do I give you evidence? Well, if you see some of the guys who have announced force feedback stick bases, they're showing you the product, which is what we are doing right now, right? But when you ask us about the pricing, I can't give you the pricing. Isn't that strange? None of them are giving you pricing, because we, in our situation, we say we build first and we figure out later.
FlightSim.com made a name for itself recently with the introduction of the CLS-6D force feedback yoke. At the show, they had new products to announce, but they weren't the only ones, as WinWing and Moza Racing had force feedback joysticks to announce, and in this video we'll have a quick summary of each. If you'd like to know more about the CLS-6D from FlightSim.com, check out my video's link in the notes below. FlightSim.com also announced a force feedback stick base due in the fourth quarter of 2024, featuring a dual motor aimed at those in training, as well as the flight sim enthusiast, as well as a force feedback set of rudders. Once again available in the fourth quarter of this year, single motor. Pricing for both these items is expected to be at the top end. Moza Racing, better known for its racing simulation products and steering wheels and so on, is a new entrant into the flight sim market. They have a range of products planned for the future and are kicking things off with their force feedback flight stick, which I was able to test out at the show. Features a separate base and flight grip, so alternative grips can be expected for the future. The body of the grip is made out of aluminium. I was able to give it a test at the show, and it certainly did feel very solid. It comes with its own software to allow for different configurations, and interestingly, and I think uniquely, there's a Z-axis extension that will give you yaw or rudder feedback as well. That, however, would be a separate purchase. Compatible with just about all the flight sims, and taking a look at their website post-show, I see the products are now available for pre-ordering. It's not an inexpensive product, falling into the mid category. And of course I'll be bringing you more details as soon as I'm able to get my hands on a unit. And I'm encouraged to see a new developer entering the flight sim market. WinWing surprised many at the show with a range of new products and extremely attractive pricing. This included a new force feedback flight stick. However, prices for this unit were not yet revealed. It's a Cyber Taurus, but based on previous performance, this is likely to be the most competitively priced product falling into the force feedback category. It's the Cyber Taurus. We'll return to that product shortly, but they also announced that their 18 joystick version 2 is now about to be released. And whilst it won't be force feedback, it will have substantial haptic feedback. Details on their website, very attractively priced. Whilst I wasn't able to test out the joystick at the show, from the announcements made it was clear that development was complete, and I can only assume in production. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, a little birdie did whisper in my ear regarding the expected price point. However, you'll have to forgive me for not revealing it, as to be quite honest with you, the price seemed too low to be realistic. Having said that, WinWing did release a whole batch of different products for the A320 and the Boeing 737, etc., at prices that quite frankly will disrupt the market. But more details and pricing on that subject to follow in a future video. All I can tell you, WinWing, it's a company to keep your eye on. They are without doubt becoming a major player. But it's great to see force feedback making such a comeback into the flight sim world. Stay tuned, of course, to the channel. I'll be bringing you the updates as and when I have them to hand. And what a great time to be in flight sim from a hardware point of view. Thank you as always for joining me. Stay well, look after yourself. See you again soon, and ciao for now.